Welcome to Chess Pains. Today I'll be showing you a video where a 1951 rated player lost against the St. George defense. White started with the English opening, which is something I should probably do a video on soon. Black a6, which is the St. George defense, which you know if you watch my previous video or if you play a lot of chess. Knight c3, not a bad move, not at all. Black played h6, continuing with the St. George defense. Here, now the St. George defense is pretty much complete. From here, if you do happen to play the St. George defense, I would recommend start developing pieces from here on, because it is a huge weakness in the St. George defense that it just does not develop pieces quickly. So it's a very risky opening. The point, though, is these squares, these are very important squares, and they are being defended. This knight cannot come here. Once this knight comes out, it cannot come here. Once the bishops are going, they have a hard time on the g5 and b5 squares. So it kind of helps shut down White's offense a little bit, which is the point of a defensive opening. It's just more risky than others because it doesn't develop pieces. But anyway, White played e4. Black played g5. Normally I would only play g5 if this knight was already here or this bishop was here. And, this helps you attack the bishop that's here or get ready to attack the knight that's here next move. But it wasn't a horrible move. It would have been better to develop pieces. Anyway, so we have bishop b3, bishop g7. Finally, piece development at move 5. Finally, move 7, 2 pieces have been developed, kinda. And White already has 4 pieces developed and is ready to castle, where White has already castled. Piece trading finally. Right here, the engine evaluation has White ahead by 0.25. Now Black is slightly ahead. From here to here. Oh, I see why. Computer wants White to play c5. Now if this pawn takes c5, this bishop is a little bit more exposed. But that doesn't matter because you'll see why. Black plays a very interesting move, I think right here. Yeah. Taking this pawn with the bishop, trying to expose the king, sacrificing material to expose a king. Kind of risky, especially against someone rated 1951. But Black won, so queen trade. But that king is still exposed. And then White resigns. If I finish versus the computer here, White moves c3. Black is up a pawn. From here, I'll try to trade off pieces a little bit. Just try to make the game a little bit more condensed since I'm already up a pawn. But that's just what I would do here. Now I haven't had a chance to analyze this game too well, but I might take this pawn here. Huh. I'm going to do the hint button to see what the computer thinks. Wants to take this pawn. Okay, I can kind of see that. we're up 3 pawns. Now this pawn's hanging. Oh, the rook. I would go ahead and trade the rooks. We're up 3 pawns. Yippee-ki-yay. Let's see what the computer says here. I'm thinking I might kind of want to take this pawn. I'm not sure if I have in this red board. I think it's recommending to take the pawn, actually. Yes, it's the best move G takes f4. So now this pawn is under attack. Kind of wonder what happens if we just move it up. White might attack it here now. I don't really understand that move. I guess protecting this pawn. Right, we'll see what the computer says here. So it wants to move the pawn up. Ooh. See, now the square is being blocked by the knight and the rook. So there's no way we're moving the pawn here anytime soon. I might move the bishop here, which is what the computer recommends. We attack this pawn. I'm going to see if that's what the computer says. I would assume that's what the computer says. I'm not seeing a lot of other... Yeah. We're up 5 pawns here. Okay, so this pawn is being attacked. That is something I was kind of worried about, but we're up 5 points of material here, so that's okay. So the computer recommends moving the knight here, which is understandable, because now we'll have bishop and a knight on this spot. Makes things a little bit hard. Check. We're going to move over 1 here. See what the computer does. Oh, let's move it back. Okay. Computer recommends knight b8. Rook b8, sorry. Ah. Okay, let's move the king back over. Probably to protect this pawn. I'm being honest though, I don't care about this pawn. I'm up 5 points of material and I can get a queen here at some point. I might just go ahead and do this to help get pieces off the board. I think I'd rather do it with the bishop. No, I'm going to do the knight just because... By the way, the computer that's generating these moves for white is Stockfish level 10. Stockfish 10, level 10. Depending on what version of Stockfish you're using, that could also be level 20. But that's whatever. See what the computer recommends here. Wants me to move the rook right here. That's interesting. It's aggressive, but I feel like there might be a better way to try to get a pawn promotion and really end the game quickly. I'm going to try this. Alright, rook's probably going to come down here. No? Oh, that's weird. I think I would have moved my rook here with the way that bishop was on here. Because then black's only move is right here. I like causing forced moves. Then now this rook is down here, and this rook is able to come either here, here, or here, and really start causing problems for black. Let's see what the computer recommends here. The computer's recommending rook h2. It's kind of an odd move. I'm going to go for rook f2. Bishop, maybe right here. So in case you care, the engine evaluation is +8 for black. The computer recommends moving this pawn up. Go ahead and see what that does. I want to see what the computer's plan was with that. Okay, it wants me to move the bishop right here. Seems like an odd move. I'm actually going to do the rook here instead. Okay. The computer says here. What's the knight right here? I'll go with that. We'll see what that produces. I think the computer's running out of good moves for white. Okay, the computer recommends moving the bishop here on b2. I feel like we can find a better move than that, though. Try this. You know, I kind of play sloppy in the end games sometimes, like kind of on purpose. There are times I might actually be willing to sacrifice this rook, take out this bishop, because I'm already up 6 points in material. So that would, I take this, puts me up to 9, and then the rook takes my rook, and that makes it 4. And it gets rid of that bishop. This isn't a position, though, where I really feel like that's necessary. Let's see what the computer recommends here. It's recommending that bishop move again. I don't like that move. I'm just going to go ahead and take this bishop. I don't think there's any reason not to. Depending on what the computer does. Yep, okay. Move this knight right here, protecting this pawn on f2. And then we're going to go ahead and move this rook down, depending on what. Yep, okay. I want to get rid of this pawn first. What? That was weird. This is Stockfish 10. You'd think the computer would take the queen. Move this rook right here, and that is checkmate. So, I didn't play the very best move every move, but that ended up going on exactly 30 moves past when white resigned. But yeah, that is basically what the game was and then could have been. I'm going to go back to where the game officially ended, where white resigned. Yeah, it's right here. That's where white resigned. C5. Knight C5. It's not doing it for some reason. Chess.com has issues sometimes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. That is the important part. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.